Welcome to BI Courses YouTube channel. In the previous video, we imported data from SQL Server to Power BI. Today, we will do some basic transformations or manipulations using Power Query. Let's see some common transformations like extracting values, replacing, merging, etc., which are done on the column level by a data analyst. Here is our Power Query window editor. I have already fetched 4 tables from the SQL Server: the account table, channel, employee, and the date table. On the top, we have different menus like Home, Transform, Add Column, View, etc. Today our focus is Transform menu. Under Transform menu, we will find many buttons with actions on it. Whatever button we choose is applicable to the chosen column or columns. Let's start with first type of transformation, extraction. Date key is a good candidate for applying extraction. Why? We have hours, minute and second attached to our date column, date value over here. We would like to get rid of the timing information in this date key. What we do, we simply choose this column. Under transform, there is something known as date. We choose date and hit on date only. There are other options as well, like year, start of year, end of year, month, start of month, end of month, etc. You can try those, but for the sake of demo, I am choosing date only. The moment we choose date only, you see that the timing information got is removed now, and we have a step added over here known as extracted date. If someone thinks that it had happened by mistake, one can always cross this to go back to original state. Okay, I will apply this transformation again. Extracted date. Now let's see something known as replace values, replacing. We have a good candidate to try out, replace. There it was. Fiscal year label. Over here we see we have fiscal year 2005 and so on. We would like to replace this fiscal year with word FY. How we do it? We choose this field, this column. We have something known as replace values and a little drop down. We choose the drop down, click on replace values. We will find fiscal year and replace it with FY. Hit OK. Now the fiscal year is replaced by FY. If someone thinks, or if it is an ask, that FY-2005 is required, what we do, we do not have to cancel it out. There's a gear icon against this step. Click on the gear icon, add a little space and a hyphen over here. Hit OK. Now the same step has been modified to include a hyphen. So that is how we do replace. Let's try merging and splitting up of columns. In the employee table, we see we have first name, last name and middle name of employee. What we do is we select these columns and then we'll try to merge them together with a space in between. We have to select these columns one by one using our control key and then hit on a button known as Merge Columns. Right now it's grayed out because it needs us to select at least two columns. Let's do it. We can choose space and name of the new merged column. You can just say name. Look, we have created a new column with the name with first name, middle name and last name concatenated by a space. Let's try out splitting up of column. We have something known as emergency contact name. We will split the first name and the last name of this emergency contact name. What we do, we select this column, we hit on split column and by delimiter. We have other options as well. We will go with delimiter for now. Space is our delimiter that has been already selected and the leftmost split. Here we hit on OK. You see, two columns have been created with first name and the last name. We can rename these column to make more sense. You have created two new columns, first name and last name, using only one column, which was emergency contact name. Now let's try out removal or duplicating a column. It's quite simple. Let's take the example of channel label. If for your reporting need, you do not need a particular column, what you can do is you can just select that column, do right click and say remove. This will remove your column. Else, if it's other way around, that means you want to keep that column and get rid of all other columns, may that be 100 in number, you can do so. How? You can select the column of your interest, right click and say remove other columns. What will happen? Only the selected column will be left while others will be discarded. Now let's see how we can duplicate a particular column. We are taking the example of accounts table. If we want to duplicate for say account description, just select that column, on the right click, say duplicate column. A column will be created with a name hyphen copy. We can rename this column to something known as DUP and can be further used for other transformations. Alright guys, thank you for watching the video. I would recommend practicing as many transformations as possible. I mean literally push all the buttons, see what happens. That is how we all learn here. In upcoming videos, we will see many more demonstrations of transforming data on PowerQuery. Before you go, please press the subscribe button to stay up to date. See you in next tutorial video. Thank you.